welcome everybody. This is Casey King, and I wanted to upload this video today too. This is going to be me talking about who I am, giving background about me, so just so everybody can get to know me, what I believe in, and just what kind of person I am, and you'll all get some background on me. And I just figured it's a halfway decent video to make while I'm playing some duty. Do some free-for-all. Fine match. And first off, anybody who's interested and wants to follow me on social media, you can add me at Casey King parentheses of Vector or Casey King or at Casey King V on Twitter if you want to add me on Twitter. If you want to add me on Instagram, my Instagram is Casey King 94, all lowercase. And if y'all want to add me on Snapchat, it's Casey King 94X. So if y'all want to get at me on social media, that's how you do it. And then obviously I got my YouTube channel. Switch to a way more well-equipped class for this style of gameplay. Alright, so.
Buckle up, buttercups. Government forces are inbound.
Get into the details. So, my name is Thomas Cook. I go by Tommy. I was born in Newburyport, Massachusetts, and I currently live in New Hampshire. I am 24 years old. I was born in 1994. I have one sister, and that's my only siblings that I have. Some background about me. Growing up was hard for me. I wasn't a strong emotional person. I was kind of a roller coaster. I kind of still am. I currently suffer with depression and anxiety, which causes me to more like I overlook every scenario, and I expect the worst possible outcome to come from every situation possible. I honestly couldn't tell you where this anxiety and depression stems from. I mean, I have a good idea, but not really worth me getting into on this video. And growing up, because I was so unhappy with myself, I was not so great of a person to be around, just because I always thought I was less than everybody else. And damn, this is difficult to talk while do this. But I always thought that I was less than everybody else, and I still kind of do, but I've developed more of a self-worth for myself, and I've accomplished things in my life so far that I'm proud of. And that's definitely a great stepping stone for me as a person. But I've gone through rough times. I've had my fair share of breakups. I've had my fair share of depressing moments. I've been suicidal before. Me and my mom didn't really get along that well for a good part of my life, and I mean, there's that, which kind of sucks, but I mean, that's in the past now. But if you want some more like positive details about me, you can obviously tell by my gamer tag and my username that I'm a Kansas City Chiefs fan. That's where the KC comes from in my name. And sorry if I'm sucking at this game right now, but I'm more focused on talking than actually like focusing and playing. So I'm a Chiefs fan, as you can see in my gamer tag and everything. And I know it's weird being a Chiefs fan in New England, but I've been a Chiefs fan for the better part of 10 years now. And honestly, I couldn't ask for a better sports team to be a fan of. I live in New England, and I am not a fan of any New England sports. There's something... There's an interesting fact about me. Like, for football, my favorite team's the Chiefs. For baseball, my favorite team's the Chicago White Sox. Basketball, Chicago Bulls. And hockey, the Anaheim Ducks. I mean, it's odd, but that's just how it is, I guess. That's me as a person. I don't like to be a cookie cutter. I don't like to be the same as everybody else. That's not the kind of person that I feel that I am. I mean, I have some views on things that people wouldn't exactly, like, people get pissed off when they hear my views on things, but honestly, if you don't like my views, then don't talk to me about them. It's plain and simple. If you don't like me as a person, then I'm not asking you to like me. Like, I already went through high school, and it was miserable enough as is. I had to deal with people who didn't like me as is. Now, like, I could give a fuck less if any of you like me or not. I mean, there are certain people that, yeah, it would bother me if they were pissed off at me, or it would bother me if I did something to upset them, but that's a very select few people. Like, random people, who the fuck cares? For real. I spent most of my fucking life worrying about what other people think about me, and the only person that I need to care about as far as opinions go is mine.
System intrusion has been detected.
Your systems have been infected by an enemy hacker.
So I graduated high school in 2012. I mean, pretty much after that, I've just worked, and I've worked for the company Dunkin' Donuts for, I'm pushing four-ish years now. Between multiple ones, I worked at 3 different stores.
Your control systems are back online.
Which you could tell I obviously support them with my Dunkin' Donuts camouflage I got on my gun. Because I think it's a good thing to be proud of where you work and support where you work. In 2016, I actually got married to my best friend. I mean, me and her fight. I wouldn't say that we're perfect, because nobody's perfect. But for the most part, we try and work as a team. I mean, obviously, we're gonna have misunderstandings. Most people in this life do, but never for a second do I regret marrying her. And I married into 2 kids who I love as though they're my own, and I would honestly do anything for either one of them, regardless, hands down.
Enemies have incoming Mantis support.
When they're older, if they ever have an issue, I'm gonna be there. Like, so here's some background about me. So my biological father begged, absolutely fucking begged, my mom, who was told that she shouldn't have any more kids after she had my sister. He begged her to have me, absolutely begged her to have me. And that's all well and good. He wanted a son. Well, as soon as I was born, he could give a fuck less. Like, you know how much he's tried to be in my life? Not a single fucking time. He hasn't given it one fucking single speck of effort. He hasn't tried to get to know me. He honestly could care less. And honestly, I could give a fuck less about him too. He's not worth my time. I know that I've grown up to be a way more successful individual than he is and ever will be. So honestly, from that, I'm proud, and I have family who supports me. I have a father figure who helped raise me from when I was little all the way till I was a teenager, and I still look at him in that aspect. I have my stepdad that my mom married, who me and him have had our differences, but he's still there for me when I need it, and it's appreciated. Last February, I got my first apartment. Living on my own for the first time. I'm proud of that. I absolutely love my job for what it is. Like, I work at Dunkin' Donuts, yeah. It sounds like a shitty low-end job for, like, a young person, but I'm a supervisor there, and I started off being a supervisor on second shift when I transferred back to the store I'm at now. And I wanted to transfer to first shift, so I did that. And honestly, it's my goal to. I just want to keep moving up, and I want to be able to manage my own store one day. I mean, it sounds shitty that's a goal of mine, is to stay working for Dunkin' Donuts and manage my own store. But honestly, this has been the first job I've had that makes me feel like I belong there, and I can actually say that I feel that I do a good job at it, and I'm proud of that. I'm proud of how I've developed as a person. I mean, if you look at the person I was even 5-6 years ago, night and day, bro. Anybody who actually knows me would understand and knows what I'm talking about right now. 100%. And right now, I honestly have the best support group I could ever have for a group of people. I have my friend Matt that I work with, and honestly, like, me and him weren't always friends. Like, I didn't know a single thing about him. But, I mean, recently he's gone through some shit that I started helping him through, and it made us close in the process. And honestly, like, I would do anything for that kid. He's probably the best friend I've had in my entire life. And, I mean, it took a while for me to get a halfway decent friend. I mean, it took years. But, I mean, I as far as a support group grows, who I know will stick with me through everything, I have a great one. I mean, I obviously have my wife. I have my dad. I have my friend Matt, his girlfriend. Me and her have had our differences, but she still sticks by me. I mean, I have my friend Riley. He's a great kid. Honestly, more like a little brother to me personally.
Breach and clear.
I have my brother-in-law, Jerry, who me and him have been decently close ever since I got him into working for Dunkin's, because he needed a job, and I was like, hey, like, let's try this. I mean, I know it's not. I know it's not, like, probably your dream job, but I mean, we should at least give it a try.
Get out there and make us rich.
And then ever since then, me and him have been decently close. I don't know. I try to try my best, and I try not to let myself. I'm honestly my own worst enemy. I really am. I put myself down more than anybody ever has or ever will. And I'm trying to get past that. I really am. But it's not easy, so I'm trying to do this YouTube thing. Like, I would like to be successful at it, honestly. But on top of that, I'll go back to telling you some basics about me. So I started Vector Gaming, which is a dream of mine, and it's something that I'm slowly trying to make into a reality. Hoping that I can get the right group of people to help back me and help support me in this venture. And I honestly feel like I have two sets of family because when I'm at work, everybody at my work is super close and get along really well with each other. I mean, we'll have our differences, we'll have people who have issues with each other, but you suck it the fuck up and you deal with the issue and you move on. We're like one big dysfunctional family, and it's honestly great. Just the synergy between us all, and when there's a new person, we instantly make them feel like they're a valued member of said team. Probably my two favorite movie series would be Harry Potter, hands down, and second I go with Star Wars. My two favorite TV shows ever would have to be Rescue Me and Friday Night Lights. Video games have always been a passion of mine since I was 5 or 6 years old. I got a Game Boy Color, and that's where it all started. I was playing Pokemon on Game Boy Color, and then from there, it escalated to Nintendo 64, PlayStation 1. I had a Dreamcast for a little while. I've had PS2, I've had original Xbox, I've had Xbox 360, I've had PS3, I've had Xbox One, I've had PS4. And out of all of them, PlayStation's been my favorite. But I think, as far as the next-gen consoles go, from what I've seen released so far, I honestly think Xbox is where I'm going to be going next-gen. Personally. My favorite Disney movie is The Lion King, followed by Hercules. Yeah, that's a little bit about me. I didn't want to go too in depth and make this huge video, but if you guys like stuff like this and there's anything else you guys want to know about me, don't be afraid to comment and ask, and I can make another video and I can go into talking about that stuff. But if you have a question about me, comment in the video, subscribe to me please, help support me, just give me a share, follow me on social media, anything helps. So yeah, peace guys.